Welcome back to We Lead Anyway. I'm Noelle, Senior Leader, Career Coach, and host of We Lead Anyway. And yes, I do have to say that every single time. My YouTube channel, it's about a month old. It could use some love. So if you feel so inclined, you should go find me on YouTube at We Lead Anyway with Noelle Ramsey and give it a subscribe, huh? Okay. I need to talk to y'all about something that's very important. And I don't want you to come for me in the comments. Just hear me out. I was scrolling LinkedIn last Tuesday, minding my business, looking for opportunities, maybe a little inspiration. And I came across a post, a professional's post, someone with a whole title, a whole company behind their name, writing what I can only describe as a diary entry. We're talking tears, childhood trauma, a deep dive into their fear of failure, how hard it's been since the layoff. Look, on LinkedIn, okay? This is a place where people list their Excel skills. And I just thought to myself, oh, baby, no, we need to talk. Today, we're saving your personal brand, whether you asked us to or not. Now, look, I want to start with grace, okay? Because I believe that the reason people overshare on LinkedIn comes from a really good place. We've all been told that vulnerability is powerful, that authenticity builds connection. And that is true. Brene Brown said it. Oprah said it. Your life coach said it. They're not wrong. But here's what nobody followed up with. Context matters, my guy. Vulnerability is powerful in the right room with the right people at the right time. Your therapist's office, right room. A woman's leadership retreat with people who have signed a confidentiality agreement, right room. Your bestie's couch with a glass of Chardonnay, absolutely the right room. LinkedIn with your current boss, your future employer, your clients, your competitors, and that one recruiter who ghosted you last year, all watching. That is not the room. Let's talk about real world impact. Because it's not just about vibes, right? This is about your bag, your career, your brand. We all have one. So, number one, it shifts how people see your competence. And I hate that that is true, but it is. It is. When you share something deeply personal and emotional on a professional platform, some people, the ones with the power to hire or promote you, start to quietly wonder if you can handle high pressure situations. Fair? Maybe not. Reality? Absolutely. Number two, it can make clients and prospects uncomfortable. Listen, if someone is considering paying you to solve their problems and your feed is full of your unresolved problems, yeah, that creates doubt. They want to feel like they're handing their challenge to a steady hand, not someone who's in the middle of their own shitstorm. And number three, you lose control of your narrative. And once it's posted, it's out there. People screenshot, people share the post you wrote at 11 p.m. in your feelings with a sleeve of Oreos by your side. It follows you to your next interview or your next pitch, to the board meeting that you haven't had yet. The internet has a long, long memory. And number four, and this one is personal to me, it can actually repel the community you're trying to build. The people you want to attract, clients, collaborators, mentors, they're looking for someone who inspires confidence, who seems like they know what the hell they're doing. Oversharing, if it becomes a pattern, can make you look like you are the one that needs to be poured into rather than someone who pours into others. And yes, okay, I'm not telling you to be a robot. I'm not telling you to post nothing but job announcements and industry articles that nobody freaking reads. Authenticity is good for business. Showing your humanity is good for business. Sharing your journey is good for business. But there is a difference between authentic and unfiltered, between storytelling and therapy seeking, between relatable and is this bitch okay? And here's the test that I use. Before you hit post, ask yourself 3 questions. 1, is this going somewhere? Does this post have a point, a lesson, a takeaway that might help my audience? Or am I just processing in public? 2, would I say this in a room full of people that I want to do business with? And if the answer is no, or if you hesitated, well, that's your answer. Then 3, am I posting this from a place of healing or a place of hurt? Because there's a difference between sharing a lesson that you've learned from a hard season versus posting in the middle of a hard season, hoping someone just validates your pain. And LinkedIn will not validate your pain, sis. LinkedIn will give you likes that feel hollow and comments from strangers that don't actually help. And you deserve real support. And that comes from real relationships, not social media. Okay, so we know what not to do. Let's talk about what actually works. Tell stories. Oh, I love a story. Tell stories, but let the dust settle first. You can absolutely share a struggle on LinkedIn, but share it after you've come through it with a clear lesson on the other side. I went through a difficult season. Here's what I learned. And here's how it made me better at what I do. That's compelling. That's brand building. Be human without having an open wound or being an open wound. Share your wins, share behind the scenes moments, share your perspective on things happening in your industry. Let people see your personality. That's authentic. And it positions you as someone worth following. The other thing to do is create a personal board of directors for the raw stuff. These are the people, 2 or 3 trusted people in your life who get the unfiltered version, who can hold space for you without judgment. Instagram, that can do it. Even Facebook, depending on where you are and how old you are. No shade. I'm 50. But LinkedIn cannot do this. But your people can. And if you feel like you don't have those people, that's actually something worth addressing because no amount of LinkedIn engagement will fill that gap, right? And you deserve that. And finally, if writing is how you process, it's how I process, keep a private journal. Write everything, feel everything, and then ask, is any part of this ready for my audience? You might have 5% of it that makes a powerful LinkedIn post. And for the other 95%, it did its job already. Just for you. It's cathartic. You wrote it down, it's done. Now, here's what I want you to take away from today. Vulnerability, not the enemy. LinkedIn, not the enemy. But boundaries are your bestie. Your story is powerful. Your journey is worth sharing. Absolutely. And your business will benefit when you share it strategically, with intention, with purpose, and with the right audience. You don't have to choose between being real and being professional. You can do both. But you get to be intentional about when and where you let people in. Because at the end of the day, you're not just a person on the internet. You are a brand, whether you like it or not. And you're a leader. All right? That's a wrap on today's episode. If this hits close to home, good. Screenshot it. Save it. Save it to your notes. Send it to a friend who needs it. And if you have a question or a topic you want to discuss, email me at noelleadsanyway@gmail.com. And if you're interested in coaching or development, go to leadwithnoelle.com. And until next time, go take up space, but not on LinkedIn.